And then he pulled out and drove up to my vehicle and slowed down super slow and drove around it, went right back and parked that before. Anyway, I got some other stuff that I can try to get done. The hurry up and wait thing doesn't work too good for me. If they give me a call, Jason and Kara, if they give me a call, then I'll come back here. I don't know what to do. I know that running around in circles like a chicken with my head cut off is not effective. It's not getting anything useful done. Doing it by myself is not getting anything done but me getting blown off by all of these places that you're supposed to be able to go to for help. I've been trying to turn in the crimes against me for years, but I get blown off because it's always just me going in to turn it in. The few people who've gone in with me haven't gone in with me to turn anything in. Even the ones who were witnesses just stood there looking stupid. Anyway, Jason and Kara not being here, and of course but Jared not getting a hold of me. I don't know what to do. I gotta, I guess, try to find somebody else. I don't know. That's the thing about being willing to pay people. A lot of people say they'll do it for free. They just want to do the right thing. And then, of course, it ends up being a hurry up and wait thing. I don't think any of these folks are evil or anything like that. I'm not out for vengeance because of some horrible slight that I can pretend happened. It does suck, because going in by myself won't get anything done, and I don't know where it is I'm supposed to be going. One place to another, to another, to another. I guess maybe there's a possibility I didn't understand right, but I was pretty sure that I was supposed to meet with Kara at 2 o'clock today. I guess life is what happens while you're busy making plans, huh? last night, so I didn't bother with going looking for them. I figured they'd show back up eventually, or they went somewhere else good. Who knows? I do what people ask me to do. I try to show up on time. I expend my resources where people tell me to. If I expend them in those directions, those people will help me. And then it just ends up being one of those life happens situations. But then I'm treated like I'm a liar, like it didn't happen, like I am making people up that don't exist, and so on and so forth. We got a lot of evil people in the world. Had them two officers sat next to me. One of them made a pretty snide comment. Both of them had some things to say while sitting right next to me about abusing people that were homeless. I thought, you know what? This is something worth recording. Then they started going off about their PTSD and stuff, so there's that as well. I can see how they might get post-traumatic stress disorder from being abusive to homeless people. I guess. Not really. Anyway, I'm not sure exactly where the food is today, so I'm going to check the church down by the skate park. Seventh-day Adventist. If it is, they open up in about an hour, a little over an hour. I still don't have the schedule down. It's a lot to remember. I got to remember a lot of other stuff too. Let's go see. It doesn't look like they're open here. Nope, it says closed. That's the outreach center here. This is where I have permission to sit down with my stuff and build something. Let's see the church itself. Oh, doesn't look like there's any volunteer vehicles down here like there would be. So it is probably over at the First Christian Church. That's where I'm headed, I guess. stuff doesn't happen from lack of effort. You know, I don't want to get started on a project where I got to take a bunch of stuff out of my vehicle and go put it in storage. I don't want to get started on that if I know that somebody might call me and say, all right, man, I'm going to be there in like 20 minutes. If you could hurry up. Well, 20 minutes won't be long enough for me to get everything taken out of my vehicle that's already out and taken upstairs. Might be enough time for me to put everything back in the vehicle if I rush it. But then I'm going to end up hurting myself from overexertion. So I end up going, all right, I'll do it afterwards. I'll do it after the appointment. I'll do it after. And then, of course, when my appointment doesn't happen, I'm like, all right, well, what was I going to work on? And do I get to work on it now? No, I do not. And yes, it is absolutely frustrating. Because while I am understanding of everything that they're going through and the fact that life happens, people aren't understanding of me and my life happening. And it's not necessarily the folks who are helping me. A lot of times it is. I got to get past people's assumptions before I can get them to listen. Alright, so it does look like this is the church. But it also looks like all the parking spaces are full. So I gotta go find a place to put the vehicle. I think I can go right around the block. We'll see. Should be able to park out right out in front of the place. People just kind of drop their backpacks there. Let's see. Might be full in the front here too. I hope not. Oh no, there is plenty of room to park. This is where the dinner is. Alright. They start in, well, it says 2:59, so they start in like an hour. Let's see if there's a bathroom I can use. Alright. I forgot it's a church school. So as soon as they're done with picking up the kids from school, that's when they start getting everything prepared for eating. Although the lady who hands out the keys at the feeds, she's got her vehicle parked here. So, yep, this is the place. Woohoo! Guess I'm gonna end the video. I still have a little bit of cheese left, so I'll probably enjoy it. If I can find it. That's a real chore, isn't it? I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Well, I know I got cheese in here somewhere. Yeah, screw it. There's about to be some food here anyway. So I can be patient. That allows me to save some of the food I got in here for later. You could have a lot worse emergency food than cheese, that's for sure. Alright, I guess I can put this up in my front windshield. If I do that, that'll free up some space so I can see some more of what's back there. Well, that's cool looking. I don't know that it does any good, but it's cool looking. God, my back fucking hurts. my emergency satchel. It doesn't quite fit everything that I want to put in there, but measuring device should be string, but I'm going to put string in one of the handles here. Got my kitchen set unused. Got a saw. Needle nose pliers. Pair of scissors. Child safe. And the shovel. It's small. It's basically just a dinky gardening shovel. But it's pretty cool. It's got a shovel on the front and a pick on the back. So if you want to do some gardening, want to start yourself a forest or something, good little shovel for planting trees. Actually, it's a good size for it. This way it's a shovel on one or a pick on one side, and I don't know, what would you call that, a trowel? I guess it's a pick of sorts as well, or a hoe, maybe. And then each of these will also work independently, so I can have it so that it's this. I'll tighten it up and show you. So it's just a shovel. Of course, wouldn't want to hit that. Anyway, or I can do it where it's just a pick. Or I could set the pick straight up and I guess use it as a javelin. I don't know what I'd need a javelin with it though. I mean, I don't know if this would kill a rabbit. I mean, if I was close enough, I suppose I could. But that could be used for digging holes in the ground, the same as this. But if it's a little more difficult, a little tougher ground, something like that, I definitely do. You could also use something like that as a drill. Set it down and twist it. That might be a good idea, actually. I was going to say drill a hole through here and put a piece of metal through it so I could twist it. But then I realized it's got this right here on it, so I could push down here and then, here, I'll show you. Twist this, and yeah, that actually, just the weight of it doesn't feel too good. It doesn't come to a great point, but yeah, if you tried to stab a person with this, it would piss them off, that's it. I don't know if this would break the skin. Maybe if you were huge, but it's pretty blunt. And of course, it's not meant for that. Now there's also, I could, I suppose, sharpen one edge and make it so I can also kind of sort of wield it as an axe, like a little hatchet if need be. I don't know. Anyway, I got 2 bags. One of them's got this stuff in it. These are my tools. The other one's got rain gear and stuff like that. First aid. You know, the important things. suppose I could probably afford to. I found this piece of rope on the road, so I suppose it'll probably work for putting in the handle here. Woohoo! That way I got some emergency rope in case of what? An emergency. What else would I use emergency rope for? I guess there's too much there for a little bit of emergency rope. I have to feed it in a little bit at a time. Which is alright, at least I know how to do so. Oh, almost got my fingers stuck. It's too bad I don't have a cork to put in it. Lots of people say that about me. Me too, except I don't have one. But if I did, that should be nice. To abuse somebody for having a traumatic reaction to traumatic events is pretty fucked up. That's what I've had to deal with for the last 6 years. Traumatic events, people being assholes about those traumatic events. People claiming that they love me and showing me that they're really just selfish assholes. And there's a lot of those. There's also a lot of people who have situations where what they're going through is understandable. Their fears are justified, and there's, well, no way for me to get around that. I suppose I could pretend that their fears are not justified. That might work, but that ain't right. That ain't a right thing to do, son. I wonder how well that would work. I got this little dapper thing for picking up gold. And, there might be a way to put that in here and use it to keep everything all copacetic. It don't look like it though, it's looking like it's too long. But then I can look for gold while I'm trying to survive. Like I said, this is part of my survival kit. Gold would not be a top priority, so that little thing there is not a top priority either. Might give it a different paint job. We'll paint it with some charcoal, because it's pretty shiny. The shiny stuff attracts not just our attention, but also the attention of animals. And if you need to get yourself some dinner, the last thing you need is something shiny. I know a few people who keep the bore of their gun as clean as it can possibly get, but they never oil the exterior. They let it get rusty, because rust reduces the sheen. Alright. There's quite a few times when people in this town haven't come through at all. Still haven't, but said they would. Or I've hurried up and waited and hurried up and waited and hurried up and waited, and at the end of the day they had some excuse why they couldn't. Well, don't give me your excuse unless you're willing to give it to the police. You know, I'm not trying to hide shit here, and that's the biggest issue here, is people keep thinking that I should have to hide something. No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't have to hide nothing. I've done desperate shit. I admit it. I've been repeatedly put into desperate situations. I admit that too. I did not put myself in those situations. When situations became grossly unsafe or stupid to stick around, I left. People told me to be patient. Oh, when you're victimized, you got one chance. When people blow you off for months at a time and tell you they're gonna, your predators get away. And they get to continue to victimize you over and over and over and over again, and nobody cared. I understand that life happens to all of you. When you stop to understand that life happens to me too? A lot of times I gotta deal with these people saying, hey, why didn't you call before? I did call before I got blown off. Well, I can't do anything now. But see, that's the problem. Is that if nobody goes in with you from the very fucking start and takes it seriously from the very fucking start, you're stuck begging people for fucking help months later. Hey, why can't you come forward and tell the truth? Is that part complicated? When you say you'll help me turn it in, why don't any of you ever actually do that? I was trying to get help turning in Natalie Bollinger and her family and her fucking tweaker buddies before she was killed. Not threatening to do it, actually doing it. with Leslie Snell, I said that I was going to turn her in, and that's exactly what I did. And because I tried to turn her in, what did she do? Broke the law so that I couldn't. Broke the law so that I was incarcerated, and she got to have court without me. She had help from Scott DaCosta. She had help from the county attorney. The county attorney was already a risk. And Scott DaCosta had time and again broken the law, but nobody cares. Nobody fucking gives a shit. Take a look and help me to turn it in. Verify that I'm telling the truth. That's what I fucking need. That's what I need a goddamn advocate for. What the fuck has gone to the churches done for me? Ain't no goddamn advocates here. It's a bunch of fucking cheese dicks. Here's a goddamn sandwich. Doesn't do anything about the fucking problem. We got some fucking cunt rag fucking typing at me. What do we do to these fucking dumb bitches? Take a fucking picture of it, and then we hide user on this channel. Fuck these people. This channel ain't for trolls. It's for trying to get fucking help for the actual goddamn victims. But is it people getting on here to actually help? Or is it people getting on here just to harass me and to threaten me and to be dickheads? For fucking years, you fucking pieces of shit, while you talk about your fake-ass God. You say you'll help me turn it in, and then all of your fucking ideas revolve around violence and harming others. What the fuck is wrong with you? What Jesus are you worshiping? The Rambo Jesus? I read the Bible. I don't remember that part.